Good evening. My name is Lori. Welcome to my channel. We are quilters. No, I did not sleep and live in these clothes all weekend. I am filming this episode the same day that I filmed the Blabfest Friday episode so that I can enjoy my weekend away and not worry about filming or rushing back home. When this airs on Monday morning, I'll be asleep in bed. So today is Upskill Monday, and we are working on our Applique by Hand series. Last week we used freezer paper. This week you can use freezer paper if you want. I don't prefer to use freezer paper for this technique, but you can use it if you want to in place of the paper plate cardboard that I'm going to use. I like to use what I have on hand. So let me show you what I'm working on today. So here we have last week's progress. I added the 2 leaves on each side using the freezer paper either on top or underneath. Here is the pattern. It roughly lines up. Of course, there's stuff over on the, there we go, that's better. So it roughly lines up, might line up better to the side. But I know that this time I have it up the right way because I wrote the word top on it to make sure. So now I need to pick flower colors. I'm doing the centers today. Just the centers. I'm not doing the flowers, just the centers onto colored fabric. So I have a lovely pack of fabrics to choose from. Solids and patterns. And I also have my inspiration piece here, yellows and golds and pinks. So I'm going to try to work this out. So some things I'm going to eliminate right away, that they are very dark. I like those colors together, but they are very dark. And I don't want anything that's too busy. That would be okay as a center. But I think I want some purples. Ooh, purples. Oh, and look what's laying right next to it. Pink with flowers. I'm going to lay purple there. I thought I saw another purple. Oh, yeah. Let's do opposite corners with purples. Like I said, I'm not doing flowers today. Now I just need to find a center flower. I've knocked my pattern off. And you can see where those leaves are going to be covered up on the ends or close to that. Let's see, centers for these. Oh, I do like that yellow. Look at that. That would make a great center. That would make a great center there too on the 2 pinks. And I'm trying to keep to my colors from my inspiration. There's a nice lavender. Maybe that would be great for the big flower. I think it would next to that dark green. That's kind of busy. Might be okay. Has some nice colors in it. And I have some teal and blue. Ooh. How does that look? So I would share this one there and this one there. I like it. I like it a lot. Of course, then I have this fabric. This would be a great center for there. I don't know if I can get it small enough that you can see just the center. But the center of that. And it will be right inside. I think I'm going to use the center of that because it's pink. There's a little blue, but there's pink. And and it's light where that's so dark. I think we have found the fabrics for today's little journey. We are going to put the centers in the center of the flower pieces, and then we'll worry about the flower pieces later. Hang on a second while I clear off the ironing board so I can show you how to prepare your pieces for today. While we're talking, I'm going to lay down it's basically a big press cloth. We'll call it a press cloth, but it was destined to be a rag. I'm laying it on top of my wool mat because if you don't, starch will stain your mat and you'll have like orangish brown spots all over your mat. When I'm in Michigan and you see that mat, you will understand what I'm saying. It doesn't hurt your mat. It just doesn't look really good on camera. I have my lovely spray starch. And to use this, I'm going to give it a little shake, shake, shake. I'm going to spray it right in the lid, right there in the center in the lid. Does not take very much. If I need more, I can always spray more in the lid. I am using some Q-tips. Okay, for circles, I have one Mylar circle. And the book that I have, and I have not had super good luck at this. Maybe I'm just not doing it right. I have no melt Mylar template plastic, and it says nice flat edges, perfect for hand applique without melting the template. Okay, we're going to try that. Last time, guess what I did? I melted the template. I have 2 pieces of plain old paper plate, circles cut out of paper plate. I have 2 pieces of freezer paper. You can use any of these. I think I'm going to start with yellow because it doesn't have a specific spot that needs to be cut or fussy cut. However, wouldn't it be cute with that little flower in the middle? Let's aim for that. So this should be hot now to hold down the freezer paper. Oh, good. Let me grab my scissors here, and I'm going to rough trim it out. I'm going to get everything ready, and then we'll starch all at once. Okay, nice roughed out, sticking to it. I think I will do a paper plate piece with this one. Let's see if we can find another similar spot. That one's better. And the light, this light is so bright, I didn't even need to get out the light table. Now this one does not stick to it, but it's a little stiffer because I think they're Dollar Tree paper plates from when, the Dollar Tree, and there's still quite a bit of that 4.5-inch square left. Oh goody, more scraps to cut, yay! This is so pretty, and since I'm using it in the middle, I think I want it to be kind of, let me see if I have my darker circle so I can find the spot. Or do I want the little flowers in the middle? I think I want the little flowers in the middle. So I'm going to hold it up here. Oh, I can actually see through that a little bit. Do I want that flower or, oh, I don't know, decisions. I think I want the little flowers. I think that makes me happier, gives me more joy. So let me cut that out. Notice I'm leaving about 1/4 of an inch. And if I mess up, well, it's scrap fabric. I'm not getting it very round there. The weight of the square is pulling it down. Ah, that looks good enough. Get that out of the way. Now, I need 2 of these to go on the purple. 2 center. So I need 2 that are near the edge. I think I'll take this one and this one. Hi, this is the part of applique that like kills me. Cutting chunks, weird chunks out of fabric because I'm a piecer. Yeah, let's do that. So I need to iron that just a little bit since it has a wrinkle. And one of those gets okay, just feeling that freezer paper, making sure I'm not ironing it directly to my iron. That would be bad. And the other one, I'm just going to trim. Well, I'm going to trim that one around too. So you're getting the basic idea. You just trim and leave 1/4 of an inch or, you know, big 1/4 of an inch. It's easier to leave a little extra than it is to leave less, especially when we get to the next step, which is not hard. And I'm going to get out my stiletto because I already have to hear about Granny war wounds because before Christmas I burnt myself on the light bulb on the little white singer and it still has a scar there. So I've changed that light bulb since then. Let me get my stiletto. Now we have our starch in there. I'm going to take a Q-tip and very lightly paint around where I can see the fabric with the starch. And like I said, you'll notice that it is on the cloth. I'm going to move some things out of my way here. You're just very gently. I think I'm going to get, well, I don't know. It's been a long time since I've done this method. I like this method. This is one of my favorite tricks. But you have to hold it and squish it, and it dries as you're ironing it. If you have a mini iron, that would probably be absolutely perfect for this. See how it's drying and staying? I think this should be called starch basting. I think this technique should have that title. And I see there's a little point there. I can always re-wet that and pull that in a little tighter. Because we don't really want, on a circle, you don't really want a point. Just saying. So, pulling that in with my fingers and my stiletto, it's wetted again. And I'm ironing it. I'm giving it a little press. Now that was a piece that has freezer paper in it. And eventually you're going to need to take that freezer paper out of it. But beautiful, beautiful. Let's try one. Oh, Nugget thinks he sees something. Let's try the piece of Mylar and see how it does. Same technique. Outside. Off the Mylar. Let me grab my stiletto to get us started, because I like my fingers. Nothing like little sharp pointy things. Now, I noticed my Mylar shifted. My goal is not to steam my hand. This is actually easier if your iron doesn't pop up every time you set it down. See, I'm having some trouble with the Mylar being too slippery. So I'm going to abandon the Mylar for now. I think it would work just fine, but right now it's too slippery and it's been a long, long day. So let me do one with the cardboard. So I've had good success with the cardboard, because that was what I had the first time I did applique this way. I had cardboard, those cheapo paper plates. And the more you do this, see, that Mylar was so slippery, the paper plate is staying where I put it. I suppose I could put something a little sticky in the middle, like some two-sided tape. That would hold that Mylar flat and still so it didn't escape. Of course, it might melt to the fabric because it wouldn't be Mylar like the other stuff. I don't know. Okay, I'll give it a press. Flip it over. Now I see it's got some uneven edges that I need to take care of. And I can do that while I'm sewing it on too. Now this shape, you would just peel. Watch this. Look at that. It without, and I could press it again. There's the paper. There it is without the paper. Flat and crisp and even, ready to be appliqued. Pink fabric. And of course that will become a flower. I will see you on Wednesday for Build-A-Block, and I will have these to show you on Friday.